It's time for another nickel hunt and album fill episode, episode 35, and I've got a couple of interesting boxes here. I've got one from Pennsylvania, thanks to Raymond, box 54, and one of my Texas boxes, box 55. Hey everyone, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right. We've been doing a lot of these penny hunting fills, and I know I need to get some of these nickel hunts done as well. This is going to be episode 35, boxes 54 and 55. We've got a Pennsylvania box and a Texas box, like I said in my intro. Now, for those of you that are not caught up on this series, I always have a playlist to the entire series, starting from box 1, listed down below, and I'll put a convenient link up here if you'd like to check it out before watching this video to see the progress we've made. Now, for those all caught up, you'll remember we have 136 of the 138 spots filled in this Jefferson Nickels album. It goes from the 1938 start of the Jefferson series all the way to 1999 with the Denver Mint. Now, a lot of the nickels are in great shape. We could always use some more upgrades, which I'll be looking for in these boxes. But most importantly, only 2 spots left. The toughest of the Silver War nickels, the 1943 Denver, and the toughest of all the Jefferson series, the Key Date 1950D. Those are some tough ones to get. Not sure we'll get them in these 2 boxes, but if we can get one of them, that'd be awesome. But most importantly, be nice to get some more upgraders, some more silver, maybe even a Buffalo nickel, and if we're really lucky, something like a V nickel would be cool. Now that we're caught up, you guys know the drill. We've got to open up these 2 boxes, and they're both circulated boxes, and I can tell even though they're not open by looking through the holes in the bottom. This one's taped up pretty good from Pennsylvania, so I'll take a second to go ahead and cut some of the tape, but we'll do a live opening on this box first, hunt it, and then we'll do a live opening on my second box and hunt that as well. Let me get this brought forward and prepped, and we'll take a peek inside. All right, I've cut the tape from the sides and scored the tape here. Hopefully that's enough to get this open on camera for you guys. We'll have to see how this goes. It's definitely a brick, but that's the way you want to ship these when you ship them, to protect the contents inside. All right, let's see if we have any fancy schmancy enders on the top. I don't see anything really fancy. I do see one that's discolored, but I don't think it's going to be a war nickel. Probably going to be an older nickel though, maybe 64 and earlier. Either way, this is the first peek. Now it's time to get inside and take a look. As a reminder, I'll be using my nickel coin hunts mat for this hunt, of course checking for any of the varieties that we may find in the box. And if you'd like to get yourself one of my nickel coin hunts mats, I do have that link down below, and I'll put a link up there as well. All right, roll 1. Let's get this hunt started and see if we get some oldies and goodies. Roll 1 didn't take long. First find of the hunt is going to be a 1946 nickel from Philadelphia. Roll number 4, and I didn't consider this, but being in Philadelphia, we might see some Canadians. This is a 1983 Canadian nickel. We'll take it. First Canadian of the hunt. Roll number 7, Canadian number 2, and this one's going to be a 1999. Since we've got a couple of Canadians so far in the first 7 rolls, I'm only going to show them if they're a little bit older, but I will give a wrap up on them at the end, of course. Same roll, we've got a 1949 nickel from Philadelphia. Roll number 9, another 1949. This one, Denver. So we'll quickly check it for that D over S. And I don't see it. But either way, 2 1949s, 3 from the 40s, and 3 from the 50s already. Roll 15, another 1946. This one from San Francisco. Roll 21, another 40s find, and this one's going to be a 1948 Philadelphia. We're on roll 32. We have another 1949 peeking out. Just cracked it open as well. It's not a bad looking 1949 from Philadelphia either. So we'll definitely take that. Could be an upgrader for the album. And while I got you here, we are finding Canadian number 3. Thought I would see more, but not too bad. 2011. Only 3 of them so far in the box. Roll number 34, we've got a 1941. This is going to be the oldest nickel found in the box, and it's a 41 Philadelphia. Roll number 44, and yet another 1946. So 3 from 46 and 3 from 49. Also got a 41 and a 48, but we'll take it. Well, roll 49 is going to give us our oldest Jefferson nickel of the hunt. This is going to be a second year, 1939, and it was standing proud. Has a little bit of damage on it. Probably not a key date, but if there's a mint mark, there is. So there's no mint marks with 39p. We can check it for that 39p DDR though, which you would see on the words Monticello and 5 cents. And I'm not seeing it, so this is not going to be the DDR. It's just going to be a 1939p with some rim damage. Either way, good to see a 30s nickel, even if it's in the last few rolls. Let's see if we can squeeze out one more find before we're done. Looks like roll 50 will give us a parting gift, and it's another older nickel, a 1940 Philadelphia. Well, box 54 has been hunted, and even though it wasn't full of fun finds, it was full of finds. 18 from the 50s, 9 from the 40s, 1 from the 30s. That's 28 older Jeffersons that we found in that box, 3 Canadians, and a couple of beautiful 63 and 64 nickels that might upgrade as well. All right, one box down, no war nickels, no buffalo nickels, nothing like that, but still a fun hunt for sure. Let me crack open box 55, could be a lucky one, and see if there's any enders in that box next. All right, box 55, we could use a little luck. Maybe some silver, maybe some buffaloes, maybe something for the album. We'll have to see how this goes. See if we got anything lucky on the top. Well, I don't see anything lucky on the top. We have our usual fair share of both newer design and older design Jefferson nickels, but nothing screaming awesome. I'll push it back. We'll kick it off with roll 1. I'll bring you in on our first find of box 2 for the hunt. Roll number 3, and it must be the day for 49s because we've got our 4th one from 1949, and that one's a Philadelphia. Roll number 19, we've got a 40s nickel, and this one is a 1940 Denver. It's crazy the sheer amount of 54s and 49s we've got in these boxes, and those are years I don't see too much of. Either way, we haven't seen too much of the other stuff like war nickels and buffalo nickels, so fingers crossed, we find one. Roll 41, and it's been a slow 40s box. We have added some more 50s, but we finally have a 1941 minted in, I believe, San Francisco. Let's just double check. It looks like it is, and it for sure is. So 1941S, we'll add it to the board and see if there's something nice in those last 9 rolls. Well, we finished box 55, even though box 55 should have been a lucky box because 55 is the lucky number for my channel. We did not find anything really lucky in that box. Only 9 more additional finds during that hunt. We have 24 in the 50s, 12 in the 40s, 1 in the 30s for 37 older Jefferson nickels, 3 Canadians, which makes 40 finds total. And then, of course, we have 3 pretty nice Jefferson nickels to check against the album, see if they'll upgrade. Let me go ahead and run through these and see if we can add any upgrades to the album because we know we don't have any additions. All right, despite having a lot of nickels to choose from, because the condition of this album is in such great shape, I only have 3 that I think I'm willing to switch out. The first one is going to be this 63. The one in the book is nice, but this one is just fantastic, and it doesn't know justice on camera, but there's more luster, and it's just a better nickel. The 53D was a toss-up, but I do think the new one has a better strike and at least more detail in the hair, and the reverse on it is very nice, so I'm thinking it's going to be tough for that reverse to even come close. Of course, I'll double check, but I'm 99% sure that's going to upgrade. And then one more toss-up. This 49 Philly, I know the color is not as nice as the other one because it's got more of a greenish tint or a more tarnished tint, but it is a much nicer nickel as far as detail, so I am going to replace that one as well. So really, we only have 3 upgrades, And other than this one being a big upgrade, the other two are just slight upgrades. Let me go and plug those in, and I'll give you a final look with some final thoughts. The album has been upgraded with those 3 nickels you saw from the last clip. It's going to take a while to get this album filled at this pace because we did not find anything to add to it. And if we're not going to find war nickels in our boxes, it's definitely going to be a while because we'll need to find the one war nickel that we actually need. On top of that, we can't find the key date, of course, but you never know. It could pop up. Either way, we're going to keep on going. 55 boxes down. Hopefully not another 45 to go, but if it comes to that, we'll do it. If you guys are enjoying this Nickel Hunt and Album Fill series, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. I know you're starving, 2021 Silver Jar, but the nickel boxes aren't producing silver.